Here it is. Live in the flesh. There's a rule from the party where either we have to sign the ticket or we have to sing Adam Cole and Mayday Team. So this actual ticket has been decided that I'm going to sing, so here we go. The one, the two, the one, two, three, go. Adam Cole and the baby. 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 Oh, the party for life. The party for life. The party.
What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody had a good start to their week and a better middle of their week. Kenny Omega has returned. He's about to powerbomb somebody in the middle of the ring. This is THS Wrestling presents That Wrestling Show. My name is John, and I am joined by a man who, dare I say, was disappointed when a establishment that claims they had waffles on their menu said, we're sorry, we don't serve them after 2 p.m. If it's on the menu all day, it's got to be served all day. I don't care if there's a note there. Neesin, I'm sorry you didn't get your waffle.
You know, it's very disrespectful when you say that you have something and you serve it all day. And then when I ask, you don't have it. Not because, oh, we don't make them after 2 p.m. No, it's because you didn't want to clean your waffle maker at the end of the night. That's what I know. You shut it down hours before because you're like, oh, we just say you don't have this so we don't have to clean it at night. I know the tricks. I used to work on a line. I know the tricks.
Well, dinner besides that was great.
Dinner was great.
It was a good time. Neesin, how are you doing, man?
I'm here. Life is great. Ironheart, amazing.
Oh my God.
These are
We didn't get to talk about Ironheart.
Well, breaking news. If anyone, I keep saying if anyone is available tomorrow between 5 o'clock West or 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time, yours truly, me, and Brandon Davis will be live on THS talking, recapping Ironheart.
Oh,
so,
great.
Yes, Brandon Davis, folks. He's a contributor and works for THS. Also, he has the Phase Zero podcast. Is it called Phase Zero? Phase Zero. They changed it when he left. Comic book, but he has the podcast as well. So interested to talk all things Ironheart with him and you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, I will. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Oh, I'm seeing your favorite movie, Jurassic World tomorrow night. So, maybe I'll come in for a little bit and then. But that should be good. Everyone should go check that out and talk about Ironheart because it was very good. I had a very good time with it.
I cannot wait to get your thoughts of Jurassic World Rebirth.
So we will talk about the great sport of professional wrestling here in a minute. But two things that a movie can have that I will instantly like it is dinosaurs. I'm good on that. And the other thing is snow. Got snow in a movie, a snow setting. For instance, the ballerina had most of that movie took place in the snow, and I loved it because it was in the snow. I'm very easy to please. Let's get some snow.
This movie doesn't have snow in it.
It's got dinosaurs.
Or I thought it has to have both.
Dinosaurs or snow.
Okay.
But if you put dinosaurs in the snow, that should win all the awards, in my opinion.
The last one had snow in it. Yes, it did. Yeah, it had dinosaurs in snow. This definitely doesn't have snow.
That's fine.
Definitely has dinosaurs, I guess.
We'll see. We'll see tomorrow.
Yep, I would love that. Can't wait.
I
I
will-
can't wait to get the thoughts. And if you've watched Jurassic World, which you probably haven't, I saw Jurassic World Part today. So you saw Jurassic World Rebirth today, Matthew, in the chat. Without giving any spoilers or anything like that, what would you rate it? What would you rate it, Matthew?
One out of 10. We'll do 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. What would you rate it? And why he does that? Would you like to carry on, Pingel?
Yeah, obviously we've been it's been a minute. We're happy to be back. We're happy to be talking about the great sport of professional wrestling. And we figured we'd ease into it. I know we were doing a little bit of how do you if this was to happen, how would you feel if this happened? Or who do you think would do what do you think about like the state of heels as champions? I know we were doing some stuff, but we're going to ease back into it. We're just going to talk about some wrestling stuff that has happened recently, and we'll start with Night of Champions.
Yes,
Night of Champions. Now, a lot happened.
Night of Champions.
Maybe too much happened. But,
really?
Well, I mean, we'll talk about it. I don't know if you want to go. You want to go blow by blow here, but let's just go with what was from Night of Champions. What was your favorite match of the evening?
I think the main event was my favorite match of the evening. If I'm being honest, I think it had everything. You know, it. Matthew says a 7.25. 7.25. Didn't help. I had two idiots talking next to me, but it helped keep me awake since I got 3 hours.
He gave it a 7.25 with no sleep and people talking. So that's crazy. That feels pretty good.
All right. I can't wait. You know, I can't wait. I did see it in 4DX. I did get a free Jurassic Park poncho, like they used to give out at the rides, the yellow ones. Yeah, and I just say my rating is in the 7.2. But kudos to you, Matthew. That is great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But main event, Cena versus CM Punk. It felt like I was waiting for a power driver to get thrown in there. I was waiting for Hurricane Rana to get thrown in there, just because I remember, to me, one of my favorite matches that they had was on Raw.
Yes.
It was that Monday on Raw when they basically went balls to the wall. It's supposed to be like the last time they fought each other or something like that.
Was that the title match or no?
No, was it the title match? I would have to think back. I just remember that being the match. I was like, yes, these guys will forever be tied, and these guys are the North and South Pole of each other.
That match was literally the "what are you gonna do? Fire me" match. That's what that was. That's what that match was.
Because they fought so much, and I think they talked about it. So I'm trying to think about how I felt in that time, and not after hearing about it so many times. But they fought so many times before that, and I remember it being on Raw, and it was like, okay, what can they do different? And they just went out and did every single thing they weren't supposed to do, and they did it, and it was incredible. And then seeing this match of two guys that may have lost a step, but they know how to storytell, they know how to pace, they know how to have you on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And even with the shenanigans I had, because it was waves. What happened in the main event at the end of that came in waves, from Seth Rollins coming out to little Nate getting just trucked by John Cena, right, to the handshake, to the you thought was going to be, or to Cena going to use the belt, not using a belt, and then the handshake not happening, our handshake happening, and then him going for the low blow, didn't get the low blow. Seth Rollins coming in, like it was just hit after hit after hit after hit after hit, and you forget that there were other run-ins in the pay-per-view because it was a night of like run-ins and thing, but you forget because it was just so much going on and in a good way. So to me, the main event, and then after that, it'll be Rhea and Raquel.
They
in their street fight.
What
about you?
I think I would also agree. I'd probably say Cena and Punk for sure. I feel like maybe a little too many run-ins for me at the end, but but the thing with that is it told a story.
Yes.
It wasn't like just people running in and interfering. It was people running in, Seth talking to Cena, and then, being like, well, I'm here. Don't cash in on me. Don't do this. And then, and then Punk and Cena ending up teaming up to get rid of everyone. And then we get the hug, which Cena, apparently now it's canon that he hates hugs.
Hate hugs.
He can't stand them. He hates them. He becomes more evil. Like we're like, oh, did he soften? He said thank you. They hugged it out. No, he hates hugs. He remembered in the moment. But yeah, I mean, oh yeah, and Penta was in too.
Oh, you mean Penta smooth operating down the aisle while Punk is getting his ass beat? He's just
That's like the meme where it's like Jeff Hardy coming out to save his brother, and he's just dancing on the ramp all the time. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure someone said, "Hey, maybe don't do that when you're running in to save someone."
My man
but
said,
also, it's a different crowd, and I don't think we didn't see Penta before this.
No.
So, they're like, "Oh, there he is. He's doing his thing. Hooray!"
But it's.
I know it's dumb. Logically, it's stupid.
My thing, they kept cutting back to. They'd even if they kept the camera maybe on Penta, it was like okay, but they kept cutting back to like them like. Are you gonna come? Like, do I gotta keep beating this guy up right now?
Oh man.
And also, I think Braun Breaker was supposed to run like and meet him. He was trying to give him time, but the minute he starts like, so Braun Breaker jets out the ring and like has to catch him up in the middle of the ramp. But it is funny. All I know is I'm not calling on Jeff Hardy or Penta if I need help.
No, absolutely not.
But help! Penta's like, oh, come in. No, not you.
Somebody else, someone faster.
Somebody else, because you're just gonna sit there and smooth operate yourself down the aisle, and then do zero, and then getting his ass. Punk is still in the ring, just getting his ass beat, and you just zero.
It honestly would have been funnier if Punk had gotten pinned while all that was happening.
He was getting hit.
No, I mean like the match ended.
oh yeah, like that's why he got pinned.
Thanks for coming out for nothing.
Ding, ding, ding. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I thought the main event was the best match of the night. I guess let's turn our attention to the King and Queen of the Ring. We have a new King and Queen of the Ring, Cody Rhodes and Jade Cargill. All we were missing was who told you this was open mic night, bitch. So close because they're both right there. But anyway, how do you feel about our new Queen and King of the Ring? Do you think these were the right moves? Do you think they were not? What do you think?
I think I'm a stand for Jade Cargill. To me, I think they're doing exactly what they need to do with her at this moment. They're continually to build her. And I think she was the right person to win. I think that Jade Cargill put on a good enough performance to show that she's growing slowly. She's only been wrestling for 3 years, pretty much, right? Like 3 years and not really that active. So I'm a fan of Jade Cargill. I think she definitely should have won. I am disappointed, but not surprised, and how the crowd treated her, and then even me tweeting it, and people are like, "She sucks." It's like, bro, like she's a lot better than a lot of your favorites, and I just don't want to say any names because it's gonna hurt your feelings. But let me tell you, let me tell you, she's a lot better. She's a better professional wrestler than a lot of your favorites. And professional wrestling doesn't all have to do with just in-ring things. There's on a mic. There's also just having an aura and a stature about yourself. She is a better professional wrestler than a lot of your favorites. So I do not want to continue to get the Jade Cargill slander, just like I will not accept any Ironheart slander. God damn it.
Do you know what this is? I don't know if you've ever seen these TikToks, but it's speak up when you see a better game than this. And it shows like the cover of a video game, and that's your starting point. And then they just keep showing covers of games until somebody goes, okay, that person's better than that, or that game's better than that. And then they have to talk about it. That I almost kind of want to do that with professional wrestlers. And I would love to do that with Jade, but maybe that's a next week thing.
Don't get me started, okay? Because a lot of these stands account have the nerve, have the balls, have the cojones to not have the balls to say some shit. So you know
who has always been saying some shit? Matthew
has. You know what? And Matt, I don't know if you noticed, but Xavier Woods looks like a fucking black Greek god. I don't know what he's on right now, but whoa. Jesus. Jeez, I mean, not on as far. I mean, I don't know,
right?
TRT, I don't know, but I just mean like, what's your workout regimen? What's your protein intake? That man is jacked he's so jacked he stopped wearing pants. Yeah, that's how you know. That's how you know a person's getting jacked when they stop wearing pants. They just becoming Quadzilla. The thighs are out. Thigh boys.
I still am very puzzled as to why they lost the tag titles.
I'm not. I think the Judgment Day needed to be on top. You know, they're revamping the Judgment Day. I think this helps the Finn story develop as well. So not really mad at it. We need a shot and an arm in the Raw tag division. They're trying their hardest in the SmackDown division.
Yeah.
But we need a shot. We need a shot in the arm. You know, let's see. But the New Day, that was an incredible match, man. That was really one thing they could do. New Day versus Judgment Day is going to deliver time and time again.
I guess like the only thing with that is, are we positioning Judgment Day as faces now, or
I think,
or is it just the lesser of two evils?
Yeah, they're always going to be some sort of fan favorite, right? They're always going to be some sort of tweener. At least with like the OG people are just the older statesmen, right? Like Dom is like a tweener, but he plays a heel. And this is just fan reaction that happens. But yeah, I think they need a tag team shakeup over there, and it'd be interesting to see what they do with that with the Raw side, because if we just get Judgment Day versus Raw Raiders again,
yeah, who cares? Like,
who cares?
We need a shakeup, or you need to put two people who aren't getting TV time together and see what happens. I don't know. Something.
Yeah, I just try to run through my brain real quick. Like, who would that be?
Or apparently, I don't know if you saw this, WWE's interested in Private Party. Your favorites.
Cul-de-sac boys. Look, if they become private, if they're Private Party, let me tell you, like, they just do the things that we talked about, like be Private Party.
I still think my favorite thing that I wish they'd do is they would dress in all white, and then as soon as one of their shoes gets scuffed, they're like, "No, we're out."
Yeah.
And then people would hate them. I can't believe you scuffed these white shoes. I gotta go.
Hey, that man, play on a white party, play on an all white party. You messed it, like, man, yeah, that was the biggest gripe. It's like these guys are talented, but they're relegated to like some weird type of comedy act that were a private party, but you didn't know what type of private What was
Yeah.
a private party? What is private party? Who is private party? The name is perfect. They almost had it when it was doing the live and they had like the fake celebrities in the live and stuff. Like if they would have kept doing that, that would have been great.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, if they are interested, I will love them to go to WWE and let that machine stick their teeth into what private party is. Now they probably won't be called private party,
Yeah.
but we'll see. I mean, I
We'll
know
see.
they won't because they put them together, right? Like I think
No, they
didn't
were
Tony put them together?
no, they were, I'm pretty sure they were a tag team before that.
I know they were. I mean, I know they worked at Hog, like in
Hog,
like,
yeah.
yeah, but I didn't know they worked as as private party
Yes.
at Hog. They did
2015.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They've been a team for a hot minute.
Yeah, 10 years. 10 years.
10 years.
Damn. Well, maybe they could break up Street Profits. I don't know.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I guess. I don't know. So all right, I think we are both in agreement that Jade was the correct choice for Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
I mean, it I guess would have been nice for Asuka to win, but it's like that tournament usually is for, and it's going to be funny when I say this because of who was in the finals for for King of the Ring. It's to give someone who maybe is like teetering a push up.
Yeah.
And Asuka doesn't need that. Asuka's set forever. Asuka could honestly never win another match and still be like Asuka because she's that good.
I agree.
And then I guess that leads me to the King of the Ring final, which was Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. We now have King Rhodes in the building. How do you feel? I mean, obviously this is where we were going. Because if Orton won again, I assumed he would just face John Cena again. So they do that again for the last time. So this is a two-parter. How do you feel about Cody Rhodes being the new King of the Ring? And does Cena's reign come to an end at SummerSlam?
King Cody can't lose twice to Cena in 1 year. If King Cody loses twice to Cena in 1 year, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think he can't lose twice, but Cena can't lose after only 4 months.
Yeah.
He's had 4 months and he has the rest of the year to go. We're almost there. Almost there. And his whole edict is he's staying champ. He's going to be the real champion until he leaves. Like he's going to be the champion and take the championship with him. Cena can't lose at SummerSlam. He can't. He won't. I don't want to see Cody Rhodes as champion again. Okay. Just I'm sorry. I don't want to see Cody Rhodes as champion again.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess I have another part to this question. So you think John Cena is going to go undefeated and leave? I saw a really weird TikTok video that I hated, and then I was like, maybe, but I don't know. Anyway, do you think Cena goes undefeated and leaves with the WWE Championship?
Cena's headlining a lot of pay-per-views for this year, and when we're talking, I mean like PLEs, I mean Perth, Clash of Paris, Clash at the Castle. List goes on and on and on. Cena's being advertised for these. Cena with no title and this story doesn't make any sense at these places. So no, I don't see Cena losing until the very end. Now, if the last match is in December, what does that look like? Is there a PLE in December? Is there the last big PLE before that is Survivor Series, which is in San Diego in November? Is that it? Does Cena do a War Games match? Like what does that look like? Right? Cena can't lose. I mean, and if he does walk away with it, he walks away with it. But
or what happens then? Because this is an evil plan.
Do we just reset? Do we just reset?
This is an evil plan. If you think about it, he's going to leave with the title and ruin wrestling because any other champion that comes after him will not be a real champion.
It's Affinity War, right?
Yes.
Like, so what happens in Endgame is like the heroes lost and they couldn't deal with their loss. So they had to do unsavory and unmoral things and turn back time in a sense. But when you mess with time tends to mess back. And then you lose your heroes, your heart, even when you bring everyone back out of sacrifice. If you watch Ironheart, it's always an exchange.
Bro.
It's always an exchange. So if this is the case, if this is what we're going to do, then I think Cena maybe does leave with it. But in order to get him back and them back, something has to be given. Something has to be sacrificed.
I think I have it. I was sitting here thinking about it, and we were you mentioned Ironheart. You know, to get something back, you have to give something. What if?
You're right there. I see it again.
What if?
Come on.
To save the title, and to think that he is the savior of WWE. What if Cody Rhodes does sell his soul to The Rock?
Exactly. In exchange
to rob Cena of the title.
And he did this for you. He did this for the people.
And everyone's going to boo him. And he will become Cyclops after he killed Charles Xavier.
Yes.
I did this for us. He was going to take the title. Why are you guys mad? I don't understand. What do you guys want to talk about?
Slowly as a tattoo starts having veins come out of it.
Yes. And
somebody, we need to get that mocked up. We need to have Cody Rhodes having talking to Sacha Baron Cohen, but Sacha Baron Cohen is The Rock. and out of Cody's, just veins coming up his cheek out of his tattoo.
So, I mean, I think that's what is going to happen because also Cody, I don't know why he would say this. Actually, he was getting booed at King of the Ring in the finals. They were booing him a little bit, so it's getting there. And I think he also said in an interview he's not going to be fit, which I kind of wish he hadn't said.
Yeah, me.
But
he's been teasing turning heel for some time.
Yeah.
He's been having that conversation turning heel for some time. And even in AEW, his thing was turning heel. He was doing the Cena thing in AEW. He's like, I will never turn heel on you guys. Like, you guys are the reason I did this. Blah, blah, blah. But he would literally do the things that a quote unquote heel would do. And
honestly, heel Cody could be a lot of fun.
Heel Cody is going to be a lot because Heel Cody is going to be what me? No, not like I'm guys, I'm for you. I'm doing this for you. You were there for me. I'm being there for you. You just don't know it yet. And that's okay. And see, that's what Seth Rollins is supposed to be. But the issue with Seth Rollins in doing that is that he's doing it with other people that don't connect to each other. There's no
Yeah.
synergy. There's no synergy with him and Paul Heyman. Like what Seth Rollins as a character doesn't need Paul Heyman. He never needed Paul Heyman.
No.
Why do you have Paul Heyman? Seth Rollins or Braun Breaker doesn't need Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins doesn't need Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed. Right? Like it doesn't fit. And so that no, I'm doing this for you. You will see doesn't fit Seth Rollins because of what he's surrounded himself with.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what's going on, and that's also another thing. Like, does it matter who defeats Cena if Rollins still has the briefcase? You know,
No.
like,
Yeah.
does it really matter? Like, I thought, because I think everything would be hilarious if Punk had actually won, and then Rollins cashes in on him immediately and wins it back, thus taking that away from him. I also thought it would have been even more fun if McIntyre returned to help Seth and joined up with them just to screw with Punk some more. I mean, that would have been fun.
Yeah, but that would have been fun, but that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
But so
and I don't want to see Drew standing next to Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of align on some stuff, though. They both hate Roman. They both hate Punk.
But that's the thing. Seth doesn't hate Roman.
I think he does.
No, Seth doesn't hate Roman. Roman hates Seth. Remember,
Yeah.
Roman is every time he's around, he can't stand Seth Rollins. He can't stand, like, no matter what's going on, his energy instantly gets diverted towards Seth Rollins. Rollins is always like, hey, you just don't get it. Like, you're the little bro in this, and you've always been a little bro in this.
You don't.
This is not. Go ahead.
You don't think it could be Roman?
Be
that
Roman what?
defeats Cena.
Okay. Is he the captain? Is he the one that's gonna have the cape and save the day?
I mean, maybe. It's interesting because it's like everyone that he's facing now, he's not going to face again with the exception of Cody. Like, he's not going to face Punk again in a one-on-one.
And that's only because it's a WrestleMania match, and that's only because it's a 2-night at SummerSlam.
Yes. So it could be Roman. It could be I'm the version of Cena that people like. They like me now. Go home. Go hold old timer. I'll take the reins. I had him for 5+ years. However long he was champion, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It's interesting to think about because I mean, I know you said like we still have half the year, which we do, but you figure they already know. I would hope they know where they're going already.
Yeah, I think if we're look, they gotta know, or they had to know. Well, just when he announced this a year ago.
Yes.
Right. So 6 months before the actual start, he announced it that next year will be his last year in wrestling, and WrestleMania was his last WrestleMania. So if we're here, I think they know, and it's gonna be a ride, and they're taking us on a ride. But look, if he's wrestling all his old rivals and new rival and Cody Rhodes, we have Roman Reigns, we have The Rock, we have.
I don't think you think The Rock he's gonna wrestle Dwayne.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'm just thinking like who's the remaining people? AJ Styles.
Yeah, AJ hasn't gotten his chance yet.
Yeah, so because he did he did Randy, which that
Yeah,
I thought
duh.
that would
Yeah.
be Mania or something big or something.
Yeah.
But he did Randy, he did CM Punk, he did Ron, R-Truth,
Yes.
right? So he hasn't done the Miz, he hasn't done well, so he can't do like Big Show or anything like that. He can't do Triple H, can't do Edge. Yeah, so it's just really like Roman The Rock.
And that's it. Is that it? Really? I
That's
guess so.
around.
Yeah, that's around. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Matt, are they gonna bring Matt Cardona back? Are they gonna bring every
Dude, did you did
oh,
you
did the
see?
crowd Matt Cardona?
No, did you did you see on What Do You Want to Talk About with Kevin Owens? He said, for a guy
Oh,
that loves to be called King of the Indies, he really keeps talking about how much he wants to be back in WWE.
why did they hire me? Yeah, that's great. I would hire me. Why did they hire me?
Dude, the clips from that are
I
brilliant.
watched. Yeah, I watched it. It was
I'm
like
so
they're
bummed
drunk.
Owens is injured during this because Owens would
Yes.
be like, I'm the guy that turned everything on his head when I came here. Dude, that was
Oh yeah.
nuts.
Well, yeah. Kevin Owens, of course not. Rollins. He didn't wrestle Seth Rollins yet.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot about that era. Damn, Samoa Joe. This would be perfect for Samoa Joe.
I know.
Damn.
Oh well.
Brock Lesnar? Do we bring Brock back?
No, absolutely. No. Absolutely.
He's gonna come back at some point. Just
We'll see.
understand that. That's
We
yeah.
shall see.
I think I definitely think there's a long list. I mean, a short list of people, and I'm interested with what 17 dates or 8 or 16 dates
Not a
left.
lot. It's dwindling.
That's one a week, and we have about 20 weeks left in a year or something like that.
Yep, about. So we shall see, and we have another big show coming up
We do.
10 days from today, a week from this Saturday. We have
Yes,
All
yes.
In. All In. We'll probably go a little more in depth on it next week, just because we spent a lot of time being like, wow, the Cena thing's a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. So we're not going to run down the card, but there is something I really do want to get your opinion on, and it did just happen tonight, and that was Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay really wanting to face the Young Bucks. Last week they said, we want you guys to put your EVP titles on the line. And the Young Bucks said no. And then this week they attacked them and said, hey, we want to have this match. And we're not saying we want to be EVPs. We just don't want you guys to be EVPs anymore. So if we beat you, the power goes back to the people. But they said realistically, it just goes back to Tony Khan.
Right.
The real guy who runs this place, not you two morons. And they said, why would we do that? You're not giving up anything. And Ospreay says to Strickland, trust me. And he says, okay, if we beat you, you guys aren't EVPs anymore. If you beat us, neither one of us can challenge for the AEW World Championship for 1 year. And Swerve goes, I didn't agree to that. And what I did like was it wasn't just like, oh, you have a deal. Matt and Nick said, now it looks like Swerve's not on board with this.
Yeah.
We're only going to do this if he's on board with it as well. And he agreed to it. So we've seen this stipulation in AEW before, but this one's a little different. As in, it's just a year. How do you feel about this stipulation being added to this match?
I feel like Will Ospreay is turning heel. That's what it makes me feel like. And only reason why is because for the last couple weeks, the overly bubbly Will Ospreay has really been just raising too many flags for me. He's been too, come on, bruv. Like too hungo, cheerio, like let's go, lock arms and steps. And then you just said, he says, trust me. Trust me in professional wrestling is the most untrustworthy words someone can say. Trust me.
I mean, it was in Jake the Snake Roberts' theme in his second run in WWF.
Like that alone just sums it up for me. That like as soon as you said, it's like, yeah. And the 1 year they learned, right? They learned from that. Oh, if you challenge for this, if you win, you can never challenge for the world title again. Like you learned from this. You have to put a stipulation on it.
Yes. And I will say, like, the 1 year I went, oh, that's interesting, because then that kind of channels those two big stars' energy towards what, the what will be the AEW Unified Championship, the TNT Championship. So that's kind of interesting, because then you can raise those titles up with these main event guys and make those titles main event titles. So everything feels more important. That's kind of cool. But if you're thinking Will Ospreay is turning heel, so would you think the outcome of this match would be he helps the Young Bucks win, and then they go, oh, since we're still EVPs, only you Swerve. The stipulation only counts towards you. Will can do whatever he wants. Ha 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 ha.
That could be cool, but honestly, it doesn't. In order to save face, it doesn't have to be like they both are. Will Ospreay turns on Swerve, but it could be Will Ospreay. Or Swerve gets pinned. Will Ospreay gets upset that Swerve got pinned. He attacks Swerve out of frustration. And then the EVPs then basically like, hey, don't worry about it, Will Ospreay. You can still fight for the world championship. Sorry, Swerve.
I think this match is going to really, whatever the outcome of this match is going to maybe affect if Adam Page wins or not. I think. But they just made that a Texas death match tonight. So that's going to be wild. Everybody's going to be interfering in that match.
Yeah.
And then some.
Adam Page has to win. It's you have to win. I think. But I do love the fact that I like the idea of them potentially losing their EVP titles. I think the Young Bucks need to get back to the Young Bucks at some point. Or they don't need to, but it'd be nice, right? Like the New Day got back to the New Day. I honestly don't want the Usos to get back to the Usos quite yet. But I think the Young Bucks need to get back to the Young Bucks and just showing them if they can, if they're willing to, of course, like whatever, but like showing them why they are one of the greatest tag teams of all time and help add a shot in the arm to that tag team division.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be really good. So yeah, I was when he said we won't challenge for the AEW championship, he took a beat and I went, oh my God, they're doing this again. But the 1 year makes it more, because there's no way they would do that again, especially in a tag match with two dudes that are at the top. There's no way.
And with both of those guys, like absolutely not.
But the
Like
1 year
those-
makes you think maybe
well,
they
that's all
could.
in next year. I mean, if they're thinking about doing all in next year in London, right? Like that's a Will Ospreay versus. What if you do a Will Ospreay versus Swerve, and one of them
That's
didn't,
number one contender match.
You know what I'm saying? Like what
You
if
can challenge, but I want to fight the guy who cost me who cost me it for a year.
right?
That's interesting. That's storytelling.
Yeah, doing it, babes. We're doing it.
We're doing it. All right. I mean, I think we're going to have a pretty hefty, because the card's still kind of filling out here for All In. So I think next week we'll have a lot more to talk about in terms of that for sure. Thank
we
you,
got
everyone.
Evolution. We got Evolution next week. We have American Bash next week. We have main event next week. So we have 4 PLEs next week. And then the week after that, I think we got Slammiversary. So what a time.
Slammiversary's on Friday.
That same week?
Yes. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got confused. I was thinking of the ROH show.
Oh.
That is not Slammiversary. You were correct. It's the week after that.
It's the week after. Yeah, yeah.
A lot of wrestling.
A lot of wrestling, baby. I love it. Love it.
Nothing wrong with that. All right. Neesin, where can everyone find you?
Oh, just that. Internet? The name below right there. You can find me right there. Stay Fly Live. Or tomorrow. Find me right here, however you're watching this, tomorrow with Brandon Davis as we talk about Ironheart and, you know, why it's the greatest. Yeah, I said it. The greatest Marvel Disney Plus show that's come out. The greatest. Number 1. Top spot for me. Yes, that's over Loki season 1 and 2. Okay? That's over WandaVision. Yeah, I said it. Over WandaVision. That's over it's over Daredevil Born Again. It's over Agatha. All right, I could go on and on. Don't argue with me, argue with your mama.
It's definitely over. I mean, I think you have a solid argument on your hands, yes. But I think we can both agree it's definitely better than whatever the fuck Secret Wars was. Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion. I was like, yes, it is definitely 1,000% better than the travesty that they did my girl in that damn show. They wasted. That was a waste of cast in that show.
That show was so bad.
How you kill off Maria Hill? You make.
I also don't know how you fumble the bag on one of the biggest oh shit storylines in Marvel history. We can't because you know why? Because Ironheart. Because Ironheart. Ironheart is. I literally said today, I was like, we made it. We did it, Joe. We made it through. We made it through whatever phase that we just went through with Marvel. And look, I'm a person, I was damn near standing for everything that came out, but it was mainly because it wasn't that bad. But then I see something that's really, really effing good. And I'm like, all right. Yeah,
we're here now. This is after Thunderbolt. This is after Captain America. This is after Thunderbolts. We're all these movies, this run. We're on a good run, baby.
The phase 5's over. We're at phase 6 now.
We're running.
So we'll
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. All right. I mean, you can find me right here. You can also find me on Blue Sky. It's jp3.notlg.com. But everywhere else, it's JP Thrice. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. We will. Like Neesin said, we have 8 million wrestling events to talk about. I did it wrong. There we go. Oh, I'm pointing at Orange Cassidy. I can't do this anymore. Wait. We'll be discussing. Why can't I point to clear? There we go. I did it. Oh, he's right there. Is that the popcorn holder? No, that's a Lego.
Aye.
That's cool. But next week, guys, we'll be discussing all 4 of those PLEs and pay-per-views that'll be happening. There's always wrestling to watch, and that's great. And make sure you guys check out that #show.com for everything trending in geek pop culture. And we will see you guys next week.
Say bye, Stitch. Bye. Bye.